Cingari Family Market ShopRite, located in Stamford, Connecticut, serves as a prototypical model for staying ahead of government refrigeration regulations and emerging successfully by converting an existing store refrigeration system to CO2. In 1943, Salvatore Cingari established the first Grade A market in Stamford. Through generations of unwavering family dedication and commitment to excellence, along with a sincere love for food, the Cingari family has grown their brand to include 12 stores in their present-day portfolio. While the primary motivation for most food retailers today to comply with regulatory mandates is near-term self-preservation, the driving force behind the Cingari Family Market ShopRite's decision to act stemmed from a deeper, altruistic desire to establish a viable long-term business positioned for success for future generations of the family. To lay the framework for this, co-owners Joe and Tom Cingari took the initiative to formulate a 20-year prescription for success vision for the business. Integral to this plan was the decision to future-proof the business by addressing the refrigeration compliance mandates up front.
We have 12 stores now. Our fourth generation is ready to take over, and we thought we would do a 20-year project. We haven't remodeled in years, so we decided to do a full remodel, decor, new departments, food service being one of them, bigger departments. And with the uncertainty of refrigerants, let's see it with what's happening now, is we thought we would put new refrigerant systems in. The prices of refrigerants are nobody knows what's happening. There was only two options. We thought CO2 was the best option for the next 20 years. So this was our third store that we did. And we're in the process of doing 2 stores at once now. So we're going to do all 12 stores. This store was a full remodel, so we did 100% of the CO2 cases, which is a big commitment. Some of the other stores, for instance, if you're doing a remodel and we had 5-year-old frozen cases, we did the piping for CO2 for 8 years from now or 10 years from now. If you want to replace the frozen cases, you could add it onto the wrap of the CO2. So we had planned that far in advance to figure what'll happen. So that's why we picked CO2. That's why we're doing a remodeling for the next generation.
Meeting the challenges of a store remodel with a new refrigeration rack poses its own set of issues. Determining the location for the new system, figuring out how to transport the system to its intended location, and developing a plan during the remodel process to keep the store open throughout the duration of the remodel.
So the Cingari family felt CO2 would be a good fit here because of what's going on with the HFC refrigerants and the regulations specifically in these New York, New Jersey, Connecticut area. There's been a lot of eliminations of refrigerants and threats of elimination of refrigerants. So they had CO2 in their mind for a period of time. And this remodel in Commerce Street in Stamford seemed to fit the bill for them to make their jump into the CO2 because of the number of cases they were going to remodel during this project. Typically, when you're doing CO2, you have to have CO2 cases. And the fact that they were changing a good 80% of the cases during this remodel just was a natural fit to use this store as the first one.
So Hillphoenix provided the key players and good information during the startup of the rack, which was extremely beneficial in the completion of the project. So the commissioning and startup of the rack actually went relatively well, considering this was the first store for the Cingari Grade A markets. There really weren't any hiccups, but that was all because the correct players and the right team of knowledge was in place prior to executing.
The lesson we learned was really the preparation. You need to do the preparation. You can't start the remodel without having every facet of the remodel planned in advance. You planned this out a good month in advance, and we did not deviate from that plan. We knew what cases were moving on what nights over the 4 months. We had 36 case moves planned, and we knew those a month and a half before they actually happened. And we stuck to the plan. We did not deviate from the plan. And because of that, we had limited issues.
So we phased the project, right? So we have different phases throughout the store. So for example, we'll do produce as phase 1, and then deli and bakery as phase 2. Before all that happens though, we have implemented with this store and all the stores going forward, pre-planning in the fact that we will pre-pipe the entire store. So we'll take the refrigeration piping and install it up to the point where it drops down to each fixture, and that permits us to expedite our remodel process.
As the industry leader in sustainable refrigeration, Hillphoenix provided CO2 systems, display cases, engineering support, commissioning, and CO2 training. Hillphoenix is your partner in natural refrigeration, and we're here to help you every step of the way on your remodel project. Besides the tangible operational benefits realized, remodeling with CO2 brings a powerful boost to brand image by broadcasting to customers and non-customers alike that ShopRite Cingari Family Markets holds environmental responsibility near and dear to their hearts. With their conversion to a natural refrigerant, the Commerce Road store has positioned itself to earn Green Chill certification and stand out in the community as a leader in environmental concerns. Joe Cingari offered a powerful testament to the team's success by adding, "The manner in which we transitioned from the old HFC system to the new CO2 system turned out to be essentially transparent to our employees and customers. We incurred no operational downtime or adverse effects on sales and profit. Any lingering concerns that Joe Cingari may have had initially disappeared completely by the project's conclusion." Discover dependable, scalable, sustainable solutions at hillphoenix.com.